for real, everybody got a different definition of what they in the game for. I couldn't get my way in trying to fit in. What I'm here to try to do, I couldn't do that trying to fit in. It wouldn't, what my goal, you can't get at what I'm trying to do that way. From my understanding of it, my experience with it, you gotta be authentic and you gotta define your shit and you gotta make a contribution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't try to copy ride waves. You gotta define your contribution.
For sure.
I learned when I was younger, like, you can't put your expectation of me on me. I'm me, you feel me? And you're not gonna ever make me feel bad for it. You're not gonna, make me react to how you reacting to me. I don't care, I'm me. And if I part of who I am, is disrespectful or is, crossing the line of like basic things, I'm gonna check myself. But, we all are individuals. So for you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm to this or to that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that, that's all love. Just keep it to yourself, bro. Don't blend in. Stay in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Be honest and stay in your lane. The marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall. I drop my daughter off every day. I drill her every day at school. When I take her to school, we have a little combo we had before she got the car, and she gets sick of running the script for me, but I pound it in her head. Like, what is integrity? Integrity, doing the right thing when nobody's looking, all right? Are you a leader or follower? I'm a leader. What's the difference? Think for myself, all right? Do you have confidence? Yes, what's confidence? Believe in myself. That's our script every morning. And regardless, she can't really embrace those ideas right now. When she get older and do an evaluation of what the message that I wanted her to receive direct, she's not gonna forget that that's what my dad thought was really important. It was the integrity, the leadership, and the confidence.
There's no one answer to how you change the hood or change the reality of what goes on. But what you gotta think about is when you don't have resources, you in survival mode. So being in survival mode automatically rules out a lot of things because you don't care about morality, because you don't experience morality. You experience, the need to survive. You don't experience, fairness. You don't experience planning for the future. You just experience my ribs touching. You know what I mean? And it's better me than you. And, it's a survival instinct that kick in. So I think once you get out of the survival mode, your morals come back closer to your daily decision making. You start thinking about what's right, what do I believe in. But until you get out of survival mode, you ain't got time to be worrying about right and wrong. You worrying about bottom line. You know what I mean? By any means necessary. So I think that economics is the answer. Empowering people economically is how you really, really impact. But I don't know if it's about dropping a bag of money in the hood. I think it's about impacting culture in a way that, the mentality changes. I think you get people out of survival mode, they start thinking different. I did, when I figured out, how to get myself out of the situation. My approach to life and people was different. I wasn't so angry. I didn't have my guard up. I wasn't so aggressive. I wasn't so, expecting, if you ain't helping me, fuck you. That wasn't the mentality no more. And I can't blame nobody, that's thinking about how they gonna pay their rent or going through not having food at the house, being young and having to go outside to hustle to feed themselves with school clothes. That's gonna change people. That's gonna make you feel away. And you can't fault them. You just gotta kind of empathize with the scenario and understand you put a person in survival mode, they're gonna survive by any means.
I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is gonna be money advice. Bro, get you some money, you're gonna feel different. All that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. Get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different. I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So, my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, on multiple levels. That's the vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that, like this shit ain't supposed to feel, you know, comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, you know, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch the wisdom off of that. You know?
Words is powerful, you know? And I think that the ability to articulate, you know, you can really impact people. I think as human beings, everybody has a natural gift and a natural passion, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, you know, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And that was powerful for me.